Welcome back to Evergreen Olivia TV. I've been away, not uploading any video for a couple of, I guess a few weeks ago, or almost a month. And what I feel like sharing right now is something that I never thought I was, because I really didn't have any idea of how to know about it. And that is one of the reasons that sometimes, or at least you need some experts or people to kind of like help you identify something. And what am I referring to is not a certain diagnosis, but it's more about, I thought I was an ambivert. I mean, all my life I thought I was an ambivert, even if I've read a few things in around the internet. But the thing is, I thought I was an ambivert because I feel like I could shift, being around people, and then um, uh, basically I'm spending a lot of time alone. But thankfully, I attended this kind of like random pop-up Zoom session. I think, yeah, it was a random pop-up session by Ken Sumera with his friends, and I think what was the defining moment that I found out that I was an introvert was with Dr. Street Toledo. What happened was, it basically asked a question like, "Hey, you know what? I think I think I am an ambivert, but this that this." So I gave some points, and he just simply asked me, when you feel your batteries have been drained and everything, what is the first thing that you do? You spend time alone, or you end up going out and finding people? Something like that. I couldn't remember the exact words. And when I said, well, I prefer time alone. I literally can just stay in one corner and not go out. It basically kind of like started opening up the my mind from all my past experiences. And being an artist basically is a giveaway that I am an introvert. I'm not sure about the other artists, if there are any extroverts. I mean, they can still be artists, but most of the times, really, artists really are more of a solitude type of people. Um, because you would love to render your thoughts and express it in different ways, in art or poetry or other things. So, what I kind of like realized after that, the greatest takeaway was knowing and understanding what your tendencies are. If introvert or extrovert, eventually you would know how much time you need to spend with people and when you need to recharge. It's more of understanding your mental state and your physical state at the same time. It was very enlightening to know uh, myself as an introvert, because I started understanding why I function that way. So what are the popular signs of being an introvert? One is you prefer solitude. You want to have quiet time. You really run a lot of things in your head. But there are a lot of kind of other personalities that are introverts, but they have other ways. It's just like a common denominator of things. But these are the group of people who prefer to be more have a solitude of time, because that's what recharges them. So the term here is more of a recharge, not really just drain and charge up. Well, extroverts tend to um, be with people. I won't be using the words outdoor or indoor, because some introverts would also want to be in the nature, right? So I'm focusing on the highlights that I know. And then the other sign of being an introvert is basically you might know a lot of people, acquaintances, but your circle of friends is highly selected, or compared to the number of friends that extroverts could have. But I'm not referring to if it's deep or wide kind of like friendships or relationships, but what is really key here is that the circles that they keep are smaller amounts of people. So what's next when you find out that you're an introvert or extrovert? But focusing on introvert, it's more of like aligning the things that you do that won't sacrifice your health mentally and physically. For me, I kind of like took advantage of that knowledge so that I could optimize how I run my days, my routines, how I give space for myself, and the amount of time that I would allot with lots of people. So at the end of the day, what's very important is understanding ourselves, or it's more than just self-awareness, a little bit of things like this that we want to put more information, not just assumptions and feelings. It's best to have a clearer context. Okay, so I hope you find that helpful, and the reason that I keep my vlog in English is because I feel like I could serve more people doing this rather than just focusing and speaking in just always in Taglish. I can speak in Tagalog if I want to, maybe in the future episodes. However, this time I also wanted to test this idea. So there will be some episodes I plan to kind of like talk about decluttering, and because I've made mistakes and buying some things that I end up not using, so I'm planning to give it away. But I think I can only do that within Metro Manila, and the reason that I'm thinking about that is I didn't want to just give it away with people that in proximity and then they will not use it. So, and I also want to go through this process of admitting and accepting myself that I've also made mistakes in buying stuff online, and I wasn't able to use it either because it didn't fit with the things that I needed, or I just didn't end up using. And I guess it's more of a learning that about impulsive buying. But for now, I hope that this topic about introversion and discovering what your tendencies are if you're an introvert or extrovert would be very, very helpful. So let me know if you're an introvert, comment down below, and see you next episode.